What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the workshop. Now in this video we're going to build a clamp storage rack for my vast array of clamps, and by vast I mean not many at all, but they're still on the floor and they're still in the way and we need to get them up on the wall. Now I have some scrap wood left over. I'll show you in a second. I'll show you where we're going to put it. It's going to be an extremely easy and extremely quick build. This one is not very complicated at all, but I said I'd share it with you guys because I'm going to use up a bit of scrap wood, and so let's just jump in and do it. Okay, so this is where we're going to put it, right beside the pillar drill. My clamps normally hang out on the floor here, completely in the way, and I need somewhere to put them, so they're going to go up on the wall here. Now, this is where my power tool storage rack was, but that's over here now. Right, so this is where the power tool storage rack ended up, right here beside my miter saw, over the new workbenches that I just built, over my tool cabinets. So, plenty of organisation, so we need something similar on this side. So what we're going to do is use the leftovers from this build. This is the new miter saw station I've just built. I will link that up here if you guys have not seen it. Be sure to go back and check it out. It's turned out to be great. I love using it. Loads of storage. It's nice and clean and tidy, and the dust extraction is working a lot better than it was when it was just all open around that miter saw. So let's take a look at what we're going to use. Okay, so this is the materials for today's project. It is all these little small offcuts of 2x4 or 4x2s. So we're going to use this to build our clamp storage rack. I have one full 8-foot length left, so we're going to cut this in half and we're basically going to make a rack top and bottom. This will be screwed to the wall and we're going to fit our 4x2 shortcut pieces to the top of this. It's going to be nice and simple, super easy and super quick, and it's going to work. I've already done a little test piece and it holds those big clamps perfectly. So this will be no frills and super fast. So let's do it. Okay, first thing we're going to do is cut this guy exactly in half. He's 240 centimeters or 2,400 millimeters, so 120 exactly we want to cut this at. It's almost 4 feet. It's just half an inch or so under 4 foot, so there we go. That'll split that guy in half. Then we want to cut a bunch of these guys exactly 220 millimeters or just under 9 inches, so it's 8 3/4 inches, and then we're going to notch them and they're going to sit right on top of our, we'll call this guy our runner. They're all going to sit and we're going to space them exactly 1 2x4 apart. So there you go, that's the whole build. You guys can click off now and go do what you want to do, or you can watch me screw this to the wall. So I have a bunch of these to cut at 220. I'm going to put a little 45-degree cut on them just to make them some way nice. Screw from the back, screw from the top, and they're good and strong, and then we can screw this guy straight to the wall. So let's get cutting. Okay, there's most of our pieces cut at 220, so now I'm just going to cut them all. A little chamfer on the front of them at 45, so we're going to measure down 30 mil. Just mark them all at exactly 30 millimeters, and then we'll cut that at 45. Okay, there's all our pieces cut to size. We've put a little chamfer on them, so we are now done on the miter saw. And I got a couple of shots of the dust being pulled down through that gully there. Some of you guys were asking me how well it's working. It's working really well. It's still not perfect, but it's never going to be perfect on a miter saw, but it's a mile better than what it was when it was open. Being such a big miter saw, it's hard to catch all the dust, but it's doing a pretty good job of pulling that down, and using both 2 shop vacs to pull the dust away is doing a nice job. So there you go. So now onto the bandsaw, and we got to notch the back of them so that they sit on top of our 2x4 just like that. Let's go. Right guys, that's all our pieces cut, and you can see how they go onto our 4x2 now. We just notched the back corner out of it so that that can sit in there nicely, and we have a nice little chamfer on the front. Doesn't have to be super accurate. We're not going for the most accurate clamping system in the world. We're going for the fastest and the greatest clamping system in the world. So that's what we're doing here. So we're going to get a screw in the top of all these, and we're going to use exactly one 4x2 to space them. So a 4x2 gives you actually a perfect spacing for all your clamps. So all the bar clamps, sash clamps, quick clamps, all the clamps that I have there, they all fit into these spaces. So you just use your block as your spacer. If you want to build one of these, space them all along and get your screws in them. So let's get on that. So one screw in the top first, and then we get a screw in the back. We're going to use some 5x80 mils, and in Imperial they would be 3-inch 10s. So these are cutter screws, so there's no need to pre-drill. These things will just fly into this 4x2. So let's get drilling. Where is my headgear? So we're going to start right to the edge for our bottom one and our top one, and we're going to keep these two racks perfectly in line, one above the other. You'll see when we screw it up to the wall. So let's get screwing these together. Right, there we go. Two of them are done just like that. One screw in the top and one screw in the back, and you have yourself the fastest and greatest clamp rack of all time, made from 2x4, and took all of, I don't know, 15 minutes. So the video is probably going to be like 5 minutes. So let's get all this lined up now and screw it to the wall. Let's do it. Okay, so this is where it's going, like I said, right up beside my pillar drill. So we'll keep it just below this socket. That should keep it high enough to keep my longest clamps off the ground. So this should be fairly quick and easy. It's just nice and simple. I'm going to keep it in, tight to the wall, up to the bottom of the socket, roughly. And I suppose we should really use a level. Let's get a couple of screws started in it first to make it easier on ourselves, seeing that we are on our own here. Screw there. Screw there. We got a screw here somewhere. It'll be good for now. Okay. Always drive in the middle one first. That way, if it goes slightly off, you can always level it up. Lovely. Now for the second one. Okay, our second one is up, it's good and level, and the most important thing is you want to make sure that these two edges are perfectly in line, because I'm going to drop my long clamps straight through the two of these. So that's the plan anyway. So let's get the clamps up. Right, there we go. The fastest and greatest clamp rack in the whole world. I think you would have to agree. And my astonishing collection of clamps is now up on the wall and off the floor. And we managed to use up some of that scrap 4x2. So it's a good, strong clamping rack. It takes, you know, half an hour to put together. Get out your miter saw, chop up a few pieces, and you get yourself a clamping rack. If you feel like you need a bit more strength, you can always pocket hole some screws in underneath just to hold it together. But that's plenty. I wouldn't make them any longer than this. So these are 220 millimeters, any longer. And big clamps like these sash clamps will start levering on that wall. And my wall is only OSB sheets, so it's not actually into studs. So that's what's holding it up. So I wouldn't make them any longer than this. So that's plenty long. And the 2x4s give you just enough distance between your clamps that you can pull them all in and out without pulling them all off. If you're going to use F clamps or the big parallel jaw clamps, you might want to leave bigger spacing. The space in between will be fine, but your space to your next block, your next set of hangers, you want to move that over a small bit. So yeah, I'm going to see how I go. I'm going to add to my collection now. My clamps are up on the wall and off the floor, and it's just made from leftover timber, which is nice. Right guys, there you go, a nice quick project for you today. We now have a clamp rack in the shop, and it took all of half an hour to put that together. So projects don't have to be complicated, they don't have to be over-engineered. Sometimes they can just be nice and simple and effective and get you some extra storage in your shop, and also use up some offcuts that you might have lying around. So hopefully you've got some ideas for that. If you don't intend on building the exact one yourselves, it might give you a few ideas for the materials that you have in your shop and how you can throw yourself a quick clamp rack together. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. If you have, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Comments and questions below. I will get back to you. That's it for now, guys. So I shall see you in the next one. Take it easy.